the two of you, don't lie. Have you ever dated a married man or slept with a married man?
Yes, I have.
Two of you. Good.
I have.
Have you?
I regretted it.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm glad the two of you are honest about this.
Mm-hmm.
You know why I'm asking? That relationship with that married man could have made you a mistress, could have made you a baby mama, could have made you a second wife, and could have made you the preferred wife and the first wife kicked out of the house. So as long as you are honest enough, hold on, to admit that this is something you have done before, I need you to understand that it probably started just the way yours started.
But everybody's
Yes, can I say something?
He says hi. Hold on. Because you see, sometimes
I want to tell you how my own
people
ended with the married man.
Hold on.
I want to explain to you how it ended.
Sometimes we hold other people to a higher standard that we hold ourselves to.
That's right.
Let me tell you, if you slept with a married man, yeah, and you got pregnant, is either you're going to have a child for him outside his wedlock, or you are going to become his mistress or his baby mama. If you chose, and some of you could have gotten pregnant. I don't know if you did. And if you did, I don't know if you'd be honest enough to admit. Maybe you removed it. Maybe you... But if you removed it, that means you have the same potential that Judy has.
Mm-hmm. My own was different than the phrase. So everyone is different. How they date a married man, how they tend to be in that relationship for themselves. And in life, sometimes you have to be selfish, which I do understand. Mine, I wasn't pregnant.
Okay, yes.
I never got pregnant because I was protecting myself. I was using protection. I refused to get pregnant because it wasn't at a young age. I was well matured. I know what I was doing.
So you know what you were doing. That means you were Judy Austin.
No, but I didn't know he was married. And when I knew he was married, we had the conversation. By then, I was like, I don't want a married man. And he was like, what do you want then? What do you want me to do?
Let me ask you a question. I'll put you on the spot. And do not lie.
I will tell you
Did you sleep with him one more time after you found out that he was married? Just one more time?
Yes, I did.
Then you are as guilty as Judy.
No.
I'm not saying it in a bad way.
Explain to you. I left because he wanted to continue.
Listen, you are free. All the sleep where you sleep with him until the day you found out that he was married is innocence.
Yeah.
The day you found out, if not 2 times or 1 time or 3 times, you did it after knowing, then you are no longer. You could have
there's no way I won't sleep with him. Even he said he's married. I won't sleep with him because I already connected feelings with this guy. I already had connection. But then my conscience was telling me it's somebody else's home. If I continue, I am going to hurt a lot of people. So I had to hurt myself and sacrifice and walked away. That was the man of my dreams.
I understand what you did. But you see, what if that's what Judy wanted to do, but then she found herself pregnant?
Well, that's why this is not her first marriage. She's a mother before. For her to get pregnant, she was not using protection. She had the intention. And she knows the possibility that she's going to get pregnant. So there was an intention there. Me, I was adamant with him, like, no children. I want to know where this is going. But that was the man of my dreams. That was the man that clocked every tick that I wanted him to, every box I wanted him to tick. But it got to a point I was being selfish, like, I want time, I want this, you are not spending more time. Every time I call you, I can't get hold of you. It's only when you can get hold of me. I wasn't ready for that. And I don't think I deserved that. So I wanted more. I wanted somebody that is mine and mine solely. And the only way I can do that is not to snatch somebody else's, is to go and look for mine. So I had to walk away. It was the most painful relationship I've ever walked out of. I am not one person that will lie when it comes to relationships, because we are all not perfect And there's people here that will say, oh, you have probably have done the worst than me. But me, I admit to my own shit. At the end of the day, we are all human beings. We have our own flaws.
Language,
we have our own flaws. We all make mistakes. But what I'm saying is I sacrificed. I left because I know there was a lot of pain that's going to come out of it. At first, I was looking at like, you know what? They've done it to me. They took my husband. I lost my marriage. I am going to do it. Not a crime now. They don't do I'm plenty. So my sisters, to everybody. But then my conscience was not serving me like I'm doing the right thing. So I walked away. And up to now, I'm getting that pain. It was the best man I've ever walked away from.
So maybe you are the source of your own pain. Maybe if you had stayed and become a second wife, or you had collected the man, you will not be in pain today.
I don't want to be a second wife. So that was my choice. I don't want to be a second wife.
Let's hear from you, Vidoma. You are muted.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Dear, you know, things like this are very sensitive, and if you have to be very honest with ourselves, you know, just like I always tell you that everybody is a saint until they are caught in the act. Do you understand? When it comes to this whole issue, you know, I literally do not have much to say because it's his life, his choice. He knows what he was facing in the marriage, which is none of my business. I don't have any reason to question whatever reason that caused him to, you know, like want to accept Judy as his second wife, because I live practically, I don't know about other people, but I live in 2023. I know that when a woman has a child for a married man, you mustn't make her your wife. Do you understand? You mustn't make her your wife. There are other. He's not going to be the first man with a baby mama.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes, let me finish before I forget what I want to say.
Hang on. Let me ask you a question here. Don't you think it is more noble, I'm asking, for you to become a second wife than for you to sleep with a married man that you admitted to doing? I'm just asking. I may be wrong.
It is noble.
It is more noble to become his second wife
if that's what
you to sleep with him.
No, it is not to become a second wife. That's what you believe in.
I will answer you honestly. When it comes to culture, I think it's more noble. But I will tell you this, that there is no relationship with a married man that just started in the form of marriage. There is no relationship or marriage between a single woman and a married man that just started off as, oh, I love your daughter, I'm married, I have a wife, I want to. Aside from the Islamic system of marriage, there is no. When it comes to the world we are living in, I don't think there is any second wife that just became a second wife without giving the married man the cocoa to, you know, have a taste of it. I don't think so. I don't think so.
For me,
every second wife.
I would rather be a second wife than be a side chick. But I myself don't want to be a second wife.
But you see,
if anybody else
you see, hold on, guys. It's like, from me where I am, I love the two of you. You are my sisters, and I'm not going to judge you. But I also tell you a bit of my story. But I want to say something. It's like what you people are saying here is like you are saying syphilis is better than AIDS. That's what I'm hearing. It's like you're saying that, well, you have syphilis, but it's better than AIDS. No,
yes, no, that's not what I'm saying.
That's exactly what you're saying. Oh, you could sleep with a married man. You did it once. You felt bad about it, but you still did it. And after you found out, you did not break it immediately. You still did it for a while before you were strong enough to move on. But the woman who was not strong enough to move on went to marry. It's like you are comparing your own STI. Say, okay, me now, syphilis I get to. My syphilis better pass person will get HIV.
No, Daddy Freeze, in your opinion, and let me clarify this. When you are a side chick, probably you didn't see yourself as a wife material to stay in that relationship. So you wanted to just be a side chick. You don't have any intention to stay with that person for a lifetime in a relationship. So for you, you continue that path. But as a woman, if you go into a relationship and you see this man as a potential husband, and you can be a potential second wife happily in that relationship, I don't think I'll pursue being a side chick for long. I'll try and get my position as a second wife, because I know that is what I want, and that is what I know will happen, because the man that I'm going to sit down with will be with me for the rest of my life. That's how you look at it. But side chicks don't look like that. Side chicks are just side chicks. They are not there for permanent. They don't want marriage.
Okay, dear, let me say this. I will start by saying that the fact that people are sleeping with married men, are not being caught, or are not getting pregnant, or are not being judged, doesn't make it right. I will stand by saying that the fact that I choose to have a sugar daddy and I'm not caught, or I'm not seen, or I don't get pregnant, or I came out without anyone seeing me, doesn't make it right. That's the first point of this whole issue. It doesn't make it right. What is wrong is wrong. What is right is wrong. If you want to be if you want to be a second wife, it's fine for you. If you do not want to be, there are so many ladies that are side chicks that they are still judging Judy. I would rather be a second wife, like honorably, like respectfully, be a second wife, like legally, or as in culturally and otherwisely married to my husband. I will have more respect, than having a sugar daddy that I'm being hidden. Like, nobody needs to know that we are having some kind of thing. It has to be between us. I would rather be a second wife.
It's true what you're saying, my sister. Yeah.
So,
what we have to understand,
let's not.
Let me say, you know what we have to understand? Some side chick are there for material things. They don't care. They don't want relationship. So they are there because of what they are gaining. So they're not looking at that moral side that me and you are talking about. But if you're looking at the moral side, it is not right to sleep with somebody's
Sugar
husband.
Destiny talk something. She said, all of you are almost the same. Yeah. But Judy Austin is your president.
She can be the president. We don't have problem with that. She can be the president. But what we are saying is there's two different side chick and second wife. Second wife is because this person is somebody that you love.
The only difference is you have
double click my screen if you're watching on TikTok. Where are my money gone? Where are my money gone?
They already know they want this man for themselves, but they cannot get that man for themselves because somebody
guys, follow my number one gifter. Follow my number one and my number two gifter.
The thing is with second wife, they want that man to be their husband, but they cannot have him by themselves because the man is already with somebody. So that's why they are second wife.
Okay, ma, can I ask you? Can I ask you something? No, there's no difference. There's no difference. There's no difference.
Okay, hold on.
Do you realize that second wives were at once what is it called? Side chicks. I said I was going to tell you a story. Yeah, close that door, uncle. Just exit and help me close that door. I'm coming now. I'll tell you a story. Yeah, and just like you all, I used to be hypocritical about this. I used to believe it was a sin to touch a married woman. Meaning it was a sin to mount a married woman. Did I kiss married women? Yes. Did I touch Bobby? That's when I was still in the world as a young kid. Married women toast me. I would stop at doing the do. But if na suck Bobby, if na put hand, if na collect, I did all. And I used to pride myself that I never slept with a married woman, which was true. I never slept with a married woman. But now thinking about it, married woman, where the same mouth where she used to pray for her husband, she will use her sock. I don't come out their clothes finish. But I know I will stop at doing that. So what am I trying to say at the end of the day is I was living in hypocrisy. I was looking at those that slept with you. Because me, I reach the bus stop, I don't enter the bus. I can't feel say I better pass those ones where reach bus stop, enter bus, go.
But why you go bus
stop? Why I go bus stop? So I was as guilty. I used to consider myself an epitome of self-control. I never did. And the moment I found out that if I was dating, you know those girls, there was one girl at a point in my life, her husband was abroad. We're both in the uni. Her husband there abroad. I don't know if she get husband abroad. Now one day, she jabber, say she get one arranged marriage. From that day, I stopped to touch him. But you see, it did not mean, you don't know what it's like as a young boy, fair-skinned, they walk out for road, one married woman says hi to you, pick up a conversation. As long as you kiss him, you are as guilty as the man will give him belly for her husband's house. As long as you commot her clothes, see her naked, you don't do waiting only her husband supposed to do to ram. So I will be a hypocrite to sit down and say, I've never. Sorry, I said, I swear, I will come on. But you see, there are other things they can do because they have mouths. You understand? There are ways of reaching that place without actually entering.
That if let me ask you a question. If everything that you and Judy are doing now, if they were doing it behind closed doors and we are not seeing it, do you think all of us would have been here talking about it?
There's something a Muslim scholar said to me once. He said, you are not more holy if you hide your sin better. You are only more holy if you don't sin. Me and you, they thief government money. You, they use your own buy Ferrari, they use and buy Rolex, they pose, hey, everybody, hey. Me, I dey carry my own. Go give church. I dey dress modest. Nobody knows I dey thief government money because I no change house, I no change car. Meanwhile, I dey build houses abroad and my children, they go school abroad, but nobody feel know because I dey very coded. I am not a better person than
the other one.
I am just a better hypocrite. So what we are talking about here is, and most women, you see, I love the two of you. Do you know why I love the two of you? You admitted to something 90% of the women watching me live have probably done at one time or the other.
I don't need to. Why? What's the point? Why lie about your
Most
life?
women would not admit it.
Why is their mistake? It's not their present. It's their mistake, even if it's your present.
Girl once, where I know the married man we send and go university say she has never slept with a married man before, and I know the man we send and go uni, no be a papa.
No, I would lie about that.
You understand what I'm saying? But I know a woman. I went to see one of my chairmen one day inside a hotel. I was fighting over one job. Somebody was trying to collect the job from my hands. I met this babe on his bed. I know his wife. And this babe no gree date me, but she date married man. So you see, let's not try to make one sin better or worse than the other. But at the end of the day, here's what I want to say. There could have been a moment when one of the married women I was playing with gave me something to drink, and I did not know what I was doing. I give her belly. Will I be better off? Forget this one that people are saying taste buds. I met taste buds after she had filed for divorce. Forget any narrative that is out there. They are twisting it to make themselves look good, and it's not going to go anywhere. You know, say me, I go tell you the truth. I met her after she had filed for divorce. And I believe that if somebody carry you go court, file you divorce, even if they never give her the divorce, it means that person no want to do the marriage again.
Daddy, please let me ask you one question. As a man, if you don't want to sleep with a married woman and a married woman drugged you and you sleep with a married woman, that's one side. And then you go consciously, you sleep with a married woman, knowing that you were not drugged. Is it the same sin?
It's the same thing now.
No. One is no. But you see, the problem is, if you went to the married woman's house to fix her television and she drugged you and slept with you, It's different from you went to a married woman's house to play with her, but did not want to go to the bus, into the bus,
Yeah.
and then she drug you, can't enter the bus. So that one not
That
the
is
same. But
the
say
same
I go
thing.
to married woman's house, go fix her television. She can't give me something, drink. I say, have some coffee. I can't drink. My head no come day straight again. Before you know it, we do something. That one I no get fault.
No, but let's say you are in a relationship or whatever. You will never sleep with her consciously, but she drugged you and you slept with her. That is not the same
See,
thing.
now
It's
we are
not the
going to
same
begin
thing.
entering what I call
Okay.
label. We are labeling
Yes.
and packaging. You know what is called labeling
Yes.
and packaging? They will say, okay, this one, human hair, black color. You go label and package them. This one, short, bob cut. You see, at the end of the day, as long as I had the intention to kiss her, to come out her clothes, I had the intention to do it.
But guess what, Daddy Freeze? One of them will send you to prison if it is in the Western world. It's rape.
Luckily for us, we also did Niger.
No, would they say no now if it happen like anywhere, even where the law is working?
I don't know who go, which man
the woman
go.
The woman
say
will go.
The woman force him. Anyway, you see, let's just end it here. Let's just end it here by saying something here. God hates sin, but you know what God hates more than sin?
Hypocrisy
and lies.
And I don't want us, none of us watching live today, to put ourselves or box ourselves into a position where we become hypocrites. In as much as we like to blame Judy and we love to blame you, let us truly ask ourselves, would we really have done it differently? Some of you were strong enough to walk out, maybe because there wasn't a baby involved. If you got pregnant and you didn't want to remove the baby, your attitude towards that decision will change. Trust me, your attitude towards that decision will change. So in as much as I do not support, I cannot say I don't support you having a second wife. I don't preach it, I don't teach it, I don't encourage it, but is our tradition, is our Bible and our Quran, it is there. It's not something nobody has heard of before. I cannot bash him for it. I can bash him for not protecting his wife's integrity. If you had gotten up and as he give Judy Bele, he say, okay, you know they're doing marriage again, you don't face Judy. That to me is okay. You are tired, you are moving on. But then trying to buy the two of them at a point, for me, was a bit worrying. But nonetheless, I'm coming from a bad marriage. I didn't stay. I tried to fix it at a point. I tried to stay. But after a while, I started looking for my happiness outside. I was done. You understand? And I don't know if your situation is the same, but I find myself hypocritical. That's why I use the analogy. As long as I don't get HIV, what thing I get now syphilis. But you still have an STI. You don't have.
So that
malaria,
freeze, yeah.
Malaria is better than HIV. But as long as now that same way you take collect that one, it's not better.
So if your kids come to you now that the freeze, you have a relationship, they say, Dad, you talking about your past with mom is affecting us. Would you stop? Like discussing your why?
No, why should I stop?
But it's affecting them.
They'll be all right. Everybody will be all right.
No, but they're coming to you and say, Daddy is affecting me. Don't talk about
let them come first.
No, but I'm just talking about it.
But let them come first. And we, like I said, I don't know. Maybe I might. But you see, I teach people from my experiences. And I have seen the work it has done. How people have been helped. People are here watching online because they don't come and talk publicly. I know what they tell me in the DM. So, would I look at the greater good? Now, if the children want a relationship with me and that becomes the deal breaker, Daddy, if you don't stop this, we can't have a relationship with you, then I'll stop it. Okay. But then I also want to know what kind of relationship. I want to know what's on the table. I'm giving up teaching people about how to fix their lives. I must know that It's not that you're coming into my life and then you say hello to me once in 2 years and then that's okay. No, that's not okay. That's not going to work. You understand? So
Yeah.
at the end of the day, none of us are good. I'm not good. The fact that since I've been with taste buds, like I say, since I've been with taste buds, I've been of a certain behavioral pattern. Doesn't mean I'm 100%. So I can't sit down here and say, you, this, you. Most of you that are blaming you are doing worse.
True.
That's
Me, I'm
all.
not blaming. I'm just saying they should tone it down because the child died. It
No,
wasn't
someone
6
like
months
me
ago.
cannot say you should tone it down because social media is my bread and butter.
But there's other ways that you and Judy can do bread and butter without this.
I get you. But you see, at this stage, you think, it's hard. It's hard. But anyway, lovely talking to you girls. I'm coming back in about 2 hours. There is this lady who reported a pastor to me about a week ago. I'm bringing another lady who's reporting that same pastor, and I will be back in about 2 hours. Don't go anywhere. The gist is hot. Thank you, all of you who send me super chats and super stickers. When I come back in 2 hours, if your super chat, super stickers are not ready and your gifts are not ready on TikTok, I will not bring you on. I will just lock all of you out. Take care. God bless. I love you all. See you soon.
Bye.